Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Well, this is episode 20, so that's a good thing. Levi, I think this is your third time being on with us.
Yeah,
Hell yeah! Always a good time.
Right.
Ryan, your first time coming on with us. Appreciate
Yes,
you coming on. Yeah, man, we're just gonna get on here, hang out, talk some arm wrestling, talk some a little bit of everything. I know Levi's got some things coming up. Ryan, you got your 220 round robin coming up. We got the 176 round robin coming up in March. So yeah, we'll just talk a little bit about everything, man. So let's kick it off with how's y'all's day going, man?
Great so far. Got a lot done today. It was real busy. Fridays always are, but great.
Yeah. Same for me, man. Like I said, it's been a long work week after you pull a tournament, so I'm kind of happy to be putting the shovels and stuff down for the next couple of days anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I'm usually off on Fridays, so it's nice to get to kick back and just chill,
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it's like to have a Friday off.
Yeah, it's been a while for myself as well.
Yeah. So you pulled this past weekend, Ryan. Tell us a little bit about who you pulled, what classes you pulled, how that was.
Yeah, I pulled 95 kg. It's probably the best. I'm terrible at cutting weight, right? I've always been notoriously terrible. This was probably the best weight cut I've done. I started at 225, cut to 209, rehydrated and stuff. Next day I was probably about 228, 229. So, but 95 was pretty easy. I didn't really get slowed down at all there. I pulled the 105. Pulled Justin Takis. He's nationally ranked. I think he's ahead of me by 1-2 spots on the 220. Fouled out first match. Second match, we grinded it out for 35, 45 seconds. And he ended up beating me. But so I guess I qualify for the 105 as well. But
now where are the finals at, and when is that?
Daytona, Florida, April 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah. Just because there was some beef going on with, I guess there's 2 Florida tournaments going on that day. I don't know. I saw that. I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, I've seen all that little stuff back and forth, man.
Yeah. So what about you, Levi, man? What have you got to do recently?
I went this past weekend and went down to Denham Springs and got to go train with Craig Touye and his crew. Dustin Hyatt was there. He showed up a little late, a little under the weather, but great practice with those guys. I got to I've made a scouting report on Palco where I've got wins in one album and losses in the other. And I showed Craig a few of them and what lane I'm thinking is going to be the right one. And we worked on it for about 45 minutes. It was great. Had a really good time. That's a strong crew down there too. There's Austin McGraw, Craig. There's so many killers.
So that's funny you say that because I believe, do you know Christian Moore?
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah,
I believe he's coming up here and training with us tomorrow.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, I actually talked to him yesterday. His left hook is nasty. He's a power lifter that benched over 500 pounds. He's like stupid strong.
Yeah, I don't know who else coming with him, but we're going to Rex Forbes with Robbie, Tim Bresnan. There's going to be a big practice up there. So I think Landon and them from up our way, I think they're going to be there. But, yeah, it's going to be a big practice. I seen them comment on it and say that they were going to be up here. So it'd be cool to grip up with some different arms,
Yeah, you talk about a fat thumb. Wait till you see Christian's thumb. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Turkey leg.
I got you. So when are you pulling Kevin?
That's March 23rd at Winter Blast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pennsylvania, yep. Looking forward to that one big time. I've been liking that matchup style for since last summer. I wanted a match with him. Didn't work out where I could get one or where I could go to where he was pulling, but since I talked to Ryan Grindin, and he really liked that match too. So we was able to put it together. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not doing anything until then, but just training for it. So
I got you.
he's
Yeah,
got focus.
Yeah, I love pulling Falco, man. I've pulled him twice. I lost on fouls on one. I beat him on one. For me, like when I see your style, you're kind of an explosive puller. I feel like, if you get outside of his hand, you might be in good shape.
I like it. Yeah, I do too. I do too. That's what I'm going to try for. But I'm also training my hook a lot too. Just in case.
Don't get me wrong. Your hook's lethal too.
Your top roll's what's going to get Kevin though.
Yeah, with Kevin,
that's the most efficient way for sure.
With Kevin, he's more of a defensive puller. He likes to try to get you stopped, and to me, it feels like he lets you make the mistakes.
Yeah, that's
so.
It puts me in that wheelhouse there.
yeah. So that's to me what his style is. Kevin's a good puller, man. Be intrigued to see if he bounces back. I haven't really seen him do too much lately. I know he pulled Zach Lee, but I think Zach's a little bit heavier. So
I'm not for sure if Zach was heavier that day or not. He could have been. I was there for that match.
Yeah.
It was all outside, just quick, whoosh, gone.
I've watched the replays of it about 30 times each round so far. Yeah.
Zach's tough though, man. Like I think he's one of them dark horses for that round robin too.
I agree. I think stylistically, he's going to ruin some people's days. I don't see him finishing outside of the top 5. I really don't. After he beat Sam Harris like that too, like the man's got some things figured out. He's going to have some real interesting matchups.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's gonna be very exciting. I cannot wait to see how this thing unfolds, especially with the whole, Austin Tevis Hunter bet.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. I love it. I hope Dalton Duncan gets in on it too. I hope he does too.
Yeah. Well, I know Dalton's got a little side bet with Hunter.
Yeah, for the round 2 match.
Yeah, round 2, $100.
I listened to y'all's podcast the other day. I love it because I'm in the group too on Messenger, so I get to see all the steaminess. I'm following. I love it, dude. Their back and forth is hilarious.
It is. Those 3 are the ones that talk the most. Which don't get me wrong, there has been behind the scenes where we're like, look, guys, it's kind of dead. Let's get in there and hype this thing up. So that they're doing it out of respect. They're not really meaning it towards each other, but I'm glad that they did it because it's made it exciting.
Yeah, I agree. A lot more entertaining.
Not only did it make it more exciting, it kind of woke Justin Bishop up where he was like, hey, man, let me get that last spot left-handed because I'm tired of these young boys talking. I'm like,
I wish he wouldn't have dropped out right, too. I'd have loved to seen him with those guys.
Yeah, so I guess he had some personal stuff going on at the time, and then, he tried to come back in here, but the right hand's full. He wanted right hand. I'm like, man, it's full now, but I do have a left-hand spot. You can have it. He was like, yeah, I'll take it. So, yeah, man, seems to be one of the favorites now. A lot of people seem to think that for sure.
It'd be interesting seeing him and Fraley.
Yeah, man. I wish we could have got Fraley in here, but, I think we talked to him. I think he wanted to – I think he was saying March might be a little too quick for him. He wants to do the Nationals that we got going on in December. Mm-hmm. The problem with that is it's full too. But it being so far out, the odds of somebody dropping out, I'd say is likely. With
Jeremy's nasty, man.
Oh, dude.
He showed up. He showed up to the qualifier off the couch, and he didn't. He just everybody, and I was like, God. And that I pull Hunter. I pull Hunter every week, left-handed, and I can't touch him. But and that I seen them pulling over. I was like, man, Jeremy Fraley. He's one of them guys, man. That could really shake things up anytime that he shows up, Yeah,
he needs to get back at it, man. Fraley's a beast. I remember watching him versus Giannis at WAL. And, you know, not many people can do anything with Giannis. He was able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got some chats here. Luke says, Ryan, it's like, how you doing, man? Ryan's a beast. Oh, it's Luke. How you doing, man?
So, Blue.
Yep. So let's talk about that round robin, man. You know, we're doing both hands. We'll start with right-handed. You got Hunter Knobs. Obviously, he's the elephant in the room, right? The 154 guy going up. Not really so much a 154 guy anymore. If you look at him, dude looks like he ate Hunter. He looks like he ate himself. So Ryan, you train with him, so I'll ask you this second. But Levi, what have you pulled Hunter?
Never. I've never met up with him and pulled him. I never have. I've messaged him several times. I'd love to, but
So yeah,
he's been on a carnage.
he's a monster, man. So you know, you not pulled him yet, but what kind of odds would you give him to shake this thing up, man?
Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie. It was funny on the Paul Italia show when y'all was all talking about it. He was saying how he was a favorite, and Austin Tevez was like, "You're just a favorite to all the 154s," because he's right. Maybe I show some favoritism because he's a small guy going up, but I really like Hunter. He's fun to watch. He's always excited. He's always fired up. He's fun to watch. I hope he does really well. I think he's got a really good shot. I'm especially curious to see how him and Dustin Hyatt end up in a hook and what that looks like. That should be very interesting.
That's going to be insane because Hyatt, his style is, I don't know if it's built for the round robin, but at the same time, you can't really say that because Dustin Hyatt has the biggest freaking gas tank that I've seen on a kid, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right, man. That's going to be insane to see him pull Dusty. I mean, Hunter, how old's Hunter? 24, 25?
I think it's 26, I think.
26. And then Hyatt's 21.
22, I think. Yeah.
22. I mean, man, that's like the future right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, looking at the old heads in that thing, you got Devin Bear, you got, I'm trying to think who else. Right-handed, you got
Is George Whitfield in there?
George Whitfield's in there. Yes, he is.
He's been doing a lot of good down there since he's moved up from 154s. It seems like in Florida, he looks like he's really kicked it up a notch.
Man, so a little backstory. Me and George kind of grew up together, sort of. He used to live in Georgia, and his dad's Burt Whitfield. If you know anything about the history of arm wrestling, Burt Whitfield is, you know, on the same level as Alan Fisher, John Brezink, you know, that type of arm wrestler, right? Legend, multiple-time world champion. So, you know, Burt would come around to our tournaments. Me being a kid, me and BJ are the same. I call him BJ because that's what he used to go by. But me and George, we're the same age, so we would always battle as a kid, man, from 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and you know, he kind of got out of the sport a little bit once his dad passed away. So, man, I'm so happy to see that man really going after it and chasing that legacy, you know. And when the last guy dropped out of the round robin, I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was I can't remember who it was, but
Juan Gaia.
It was one of them. But
it was Corey, wasn't it?
No, not the last guy that dropped out. But we had an opening, right? We had 2 openings actually, and I had 3 people that wanted the spot: George, Zach Lee, and Zach Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, that's hard because you got 3 guys wanting 2 spots. Ultimately, I ended up going with Zach Lee and Zach Hayden. And then, you know, as time passed by, I had regrets because I'm like, man, it's almost like the perfect story for George to be in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope somehow we can get him in here. And then it just fell perfectly when Corey backed out. Hey, boom, let's get you in here, George. And yeah, man, I'm happy to see. I hope he comes in here and does well. A lot of people are kind of, you know, they're kind of writing him off. You know, you're in that lightweight group, Levi.
I see him. I see what he's doing.
I've seen some comments said, and, you know, Man, I think they're kind of writing him off a little bit too quick. I think George is legit.
I think he is too. He's got a lot of power.
Yeah. So it'll be good, man. It'll be interesting to see him in that. Another kid I'm ready to see is Alexander. You know, a lot of people don't know who he is. Look that man up on YouTube. He goes overseas and does well. He's from Canada. I want to say that dude's only like 19 years old. It's going to be
Did you
crazy.
say Corey Miller is out?
Yeah, he dropped out, man. He
I
did.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so, you know, things come up for people. I get it. But I guess he had another event that he prioritized. Unfortunate. Which kind of sucks, you know. As the promoter, you put a lot of time and effort into.
Man, what's more important than the 176 round robin, man?
Well, and I'm not saying this was, you know, influenced anyway, but go back to the other episode that we just had here the other night. Him and Austin kind of got into it.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were talking shit to each other. And then fast forward a couple days later, Corey drops out. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But, you know, I'm not saying that was the reason. You know, Corey, he's got a lot going on too. So, hey,
Right.
I wish him luck, you know. I wish he was in it, man. He's a big name. But, you know, we were able to replace him with Justin Bishop and George Whitfield. So I feel like those are two worthy guys. So,
For sure.
So Ryan, you pull with Hunter. You know, you train with him. You know, Obviously you're going to be a little biased, but what kind of odds would you give him to do well in this thing?
Man, I'm probably a lot biased, man. Pulling him every week, dude. It's you sit there and try to catch him, trying to catch his hit. It's a nightmare, man. And I'm a 220-pound guy. You know what I mean? And I'm not weak. Yeah, it's a nightmare. I mean, it's hard for me to imagine really anybody just stopping him and pulling through him. It just is. I mean, he's punches way above his weight class. I got him winning it. I mean, yeah, he's my teammate, but at the same time, he's the truth. So,
yeah. So the other night, Adam was on here with Tim Talmadge, and Adam straight up said, "Look, you know, take what you want from practice, but Hunter puts me to the pad, and that's Adam Wierzinski."
yeah.
That ought to tell you all you need to know. Adam's not a liar. Adam's one of the most honest guys that you'll ever meet.
For sure.
That's insane. Because Adam, you see what he does at East West. You see what he does at Knuckles Up. You see what he does to these top guys. And for a dude as small as Hunter to be able to do that, sheesh.
Dude, Adam makes a living stopping people, right? Because that's the kind of puller he is. And they're like big name pullers that he stops and holds and holds and holds and squeezes the life out of them and pins them. And yeah, I mean, Hunter's just different, man. I don't know what else to say. It's an honor to train with him every week because, you know, him being 175 or whatever he weighs now, and I'm a 220 guy, man. I'm like, you know, I'm almost trying to catch him. You know what I mean? It seems like.
Yeah, so Hunter, he sends me videos every single day. I'm not bullcrapping you, man. Twice a day, and says, "I promise you, I am outworking everyone. No one is in the gym twice a day like I am." And I'm like, "Geez, man, he's making it a point to let it be known. No excuses. I'm putting in this work, and I want you to know I'm putting in this work." So I like Hunter, man. He's my boy, man. He is. I love him.
We have a lot of our lightweight guys. Not only Hunter, but I know Dusty got to pull at East versus West, but there's a few of our lightweight guys that need to go, man.
I'd love to see Hunter go over there.
Yeah,
I would love to see him against the 70-kilo WAF champ.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, and there's a couple of them, you know. I mean, but yeah, definitely Hunter. I mean,
Cody too. Really, the fact that they can both make 154.
Yeah.
Cody's good too, man. I got to give him credit. He is he's a workhorse, man.
Talk about shredded too, man. He's got like his body fat has got to be what 4%, 5% maybe max. I mean, you can see that dude's fibers in his muscle, man.
So when we did the 154 round robin, everybody came in weighing heavy, right? So the deal is with these round robins, you have to make it 154.0, not 0.1, or 198.0 or 176.0. Like it has to be strict. So all these guys are in there cutting weight together, like patting each other on the back, like, come on, man, make this weight. Yeah. Make this weight. Let's do it. And that was cool, man. Like, we're about to go to war for 11 rounds, and I'm sitting here, trying to help you get through it. Mm-hmm. It's a brotherhood. It was cool to see. And, yeah, so they all made 154, and then, I made 152 or whatever. And then the next day, everybody steps back on the scale, 172, 173. I'm like, well, I'm 153. I gained a pound over last night. So, yeah. So I knew.
I thought you were going to say you lost a pound.
Man, it was. Well, I probably did lose a pound considering what happened that night, Chris.
The hell ever, man. It wasn't my fault. That fucking hotel sucked ass.
Oh, my God, dude. So, story. We get a hotel, right?
Man.
We go in there. The bathroom don't work. Dude, we have a hotel. We have the suite, right? So we have 2 rooms put together. And they're like, we don't have no more rooms. You're just going to have to deal with it, man. And my boy Chris down here is just like, nope. So here I am hearing this man bitch till about 4 o'clock in the morning. I get up just laughing like, this is going to be a hell of a day. It's going to be a hell of a day. But
it was ridiculous. Plus, whenever we got up that next morning, middle of summer, it's hot as piss outside. We got the air conditioner going. Fucking floor soaking wet, socks ruined. I was pissed for the rest of the day. It was horrible.
Such a good man. Those are the best times, though. Honestly, man, like when you can look back and just have those fond memories, even though shitty times at the time, but then we can laugh about it now. Like such great times. Some of the best times I've had involves in the hotel room. I swear.
Yeah.
All right.
We went to Kentucky to Battlegrounds 2. Devin Larrett was there, right? Huge tournament. 400 plus entries, right? So I get up there. That was one of my best tournaments I ever pulled in. Like I pulled the 76s and the 54s. They started the 76s first. So I'm thinking, shit. So I ended up making it top 3, right? I lose to I can't remember his name. I beat Matt Borden. I beat Gabriel
Laughlin is there, I think.
Yes, that's who I lost to.
Bryson.
Yes. I beat Gabriel Young. I beat some good people in that class. So I ended up taking 3rd. Then I win the 54s. So I'm riding high and we're like, screw it, man. We're staying the night. And Robbie's there, right? Because Robbie's got his big super match with John Therian. Well, Robbie's like, hey, man, I got a hotel room, but I'm not going to stay tonight. You guys can have my room. Just go in there and tell them you're Robbie Russell. And, y'all can have my room. So we go in there. It's me and my wife and Chris. There's one bed, right? So Chris, he ends up, I think he took 4th or 5th in the tournament. I'm like, Chris, the beds are for the champs tonight. I don't really kick him out. I throw him the blanket. He goes and sleeps on the air conditioner unit. Dude, oh my God. It was such a good time, man. It was so funny. It was hilarious. Such a great time.
But he didn't tell you the whole story. We get up to the room that Robbie gives us the key for. I hit the door and it's locked. It won't let me in. I'm like, what in the hell? So now I've got to go downstairs with this key, not being 6'1" and looking Robbie Russell at all. Fucking little Oompa Loompa walking down there with a key. So I get down there and I tell him, I'm Robbie Russell. I had a room. I went to my tournament this morning. I can't get back in my room. They had gave Robbie's room to somebody else. They thought he checked out.
So they give Chris another room.
They gave me another room.
We steal Robbie's identity, somehow get the room. Man, great time. But yeah, man, I love those top times, man, when you travel your team and, you know, you just have a great time. So, you got any new clients lately, Levi? You know,
yeah, actually,
been a minute since we talked.
Yeah, I picked up 6 new guys in January. It's still growing. I'm getting better every day. It's just I need more. It's a hang up is marketing. I just got to get better at advertising it. So,
well, it's been a minute, so tell them again. You know, drop a little quick snippet of what you do. You know, and what you can help them with.
Yeah. So my specialty is guys trying to gain muscle, hard gainers, guys that stay skinny. Working with Dalton Duncan, we're gonna try to break him into manhood where Austin quits picking on him. So that's kind of my specialty, but I also do work with arm wrestlers. I started out working with strictly arm wrestlers, so I have a different arm wrestling training program. Yeah, I'm a certified nutritionist. I do full-on grocery lists and all the whole 9 yards, help people with tracking, keep them accountable, make them send me screenshots of what they've been eating as they're tracking their daily, making people weigh every day, you know, just normal stuff. And then, of course, workouts, and then we do weekly one-on-one Zoom calls for accountability and, you know, text message follow-up. I make everybody – we're doing a form of the conjugate system, so we have volume, speed, and max effort day. We go through 4 different speed days, 1 a week, and then we go through 4 different max effort days where we're doing 2 lifts a week, and then on the next month we get back to them, right? So I make everybody in a WhatsApp group post a video from speed day and from max effort day every week. We got some guys that practice during the week, some guys that practice on the weekend. There's like 30 guys in the group now. So it's like a trickle of 2 or 3 workout videos every day. It keeps you fired up and ready to go work out.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody kind of holds each other accountable. People know each other some way or another. So there's all kind of conversations going in there. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a community building project, I guess you'd say. So it's going good though.
That's good, man. That's good.
Right.
I'm glad it's going good for you. We need more people like you. Arm wrestlers kind of are left to hold ourselves accountable, and taking it from one of the laziest arm wrestlers there is. I do a terrible job at that. So, you know, we need more people like you for sure. So, what do you think about that, Ryan?
I meant to tell you before we went live that I was a fan, man. I like what you're doing, and I've thought about doing it myself, but I don't really have the time. I don't think, and I would hate to, kind of start anything like that. But I actually thought about even reaching out to you too, man.
You should get on Zoom.
Just to bounce some ideas off you, or bounce ideas off each other, because I mean, you could always learn something from somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
100%. That's why I'm where I'm at now, because I've been willing to learn.
Right.
Definitely.
Sure.
So we got a comment here. Shane Owens. He says, crazy proud to see Ryan rep the Carolina Chaos shirt last week. That dude devotes every single Sunday to train with us, not just to help himself, but to help the team also. We were lucky to snatch him up, and I'm crazy happy to call him a teammate. I just wish he wasn't so strong. He bullies me every week.
Hey, how many for those normal Carolina Chaos practices? How many guys are y'all hosting on a normal week?
Oh, let's see. Man. So we probably have, I don't want to get it wrong, but 11 or 12 members. And then we have random guys that come throughout the week, or every so often. We could see up to 30, 35 people.
Damn.
We could see just the team. But yeah, I mean, everybody from the team is there weekly.
I'd love to get up there and make a trip, like a 3-day weekend trip, and just get a hotel room and come to one of you guys' practices. I'd love to come train with you guys, get to meet Hunt, you, Adam, Shane, everybody. I think that'd be awesome. That's what the great thing about the sport's making the connection with all the people that have the same passion in common as us,
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, but I did want to say, kind of just answer Shane real quick. But the honor was really mine putting the shirt on and pulling for the Carolina Chaos. That's something Chad Silvers started over 30, 35 years ago. And to be a part of it now is definitely an honor for me, But yeah, the team, everybody's great, man.
So we got a comment from Chase Fernstall, says, Levi, if you were my arm wrestling coach, how quickly could you get me strong enough to beat you?
I need a lot of context to answer that question. There's a lot of questions I gotta know the answer to get there.
That's funny. So Ryan, we'll talk about you for a minute. What do you have coming up? Anything specific? We know we got you in the 220 round robin in June, but what do you have coming up between that?
The only thing I have coming up is the East vs. West finals. That's April 27th. So that's, kind of number one on the priority. I don't plan on doing anything until then. We just had a pretty nice training block before we just pulled last weekend. So this week I just kind of, I do rehab all week. I eat oatmeal cream pies. I eat, what I'm saying? I just kind of do whatever. Next week it'll be back to the hard training. Actually Sunday, since we're pulling, it'll be back to that, and then just working my way up, getting stronger, and getting ready for April 27th.
I think that's crucial, that deload week after a tournament. I think it's crucial. Yeah. Devin talks about that too, with how in our sport strength comes in waves, and you try to just time your wave where the peak of the wave is competition day. But after you compete, you got to crash and then build back up. You can't just stay at that peak at all times. So I do the same thing.
Yeah. I always feel better kind of doing it. I mean, I feel fatter, what I'm saying? Because I'm just kind of, there ain't no macro counting, no nothing. But yeah, I mean, I think mentally, it definitely helps you as well. After being all that strict diet and strict training regimen, it's good to kind of just have that week to not worry about any of that. Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely. So we got another comment from Brian Johnson. He says, hello from Northern New York. Basically he's looking for some people to practice with. So, if you have any connections in New York, or if you got any pullers in New York that might be watching.
What's his name again?
Brian Johnson.
I have 2 clients up there that host practices and looking for teammates.
There you go. You go. So maybe get with Levi, Brian. Maybe shoot him a message. He can connect you to some guys. And yeah.
You guys remember the nasty hooker Brian Johnson from early 2000s?
Brian Johnson.
Taller, lankier, but he was always getting in that deep hook. He was strong, man.
Where was he from?
I don't remember where he's from. I just remember seeing him pull like RBJ and Chad Silvers and all them guys, and he was right there.
Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
But anyway, I just thought of that.
This might be a gold mine training partner for somebody that was looking for a team.
Yeah, right.
You're not lying there. Shane says Ryan is winning the East-West Finals, and then he's going to win the round robin. Okay. So, hey.
All right.
Big praise. So
that's definitely a goal.
Let's talk about that round robin real quick. June 1st, Arizona State, 220 round robin. We're taking the 220s out there. Ryan, you were one of the first guys that, we have good, me and you were good buddies. We talk from time to time. And when we announced the round robins, you were one of the first guys that said, hey, I know that you're a ways out from 220, but when the moment comes, put me on that list. So
sure.
You want it in, you're in, and you got some dogs to go after.
Yeah.
You're looking at Tim Talmadge, Craig Tullier, Jordan Seal, Eric, who all's in it?
Jerome Lau, Roger Cunningham,
RVJ.
RVJ.
Dude,
That
That
was
talent is
sick.
there.
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
Yeah.
what do you think about that, man? What do you think?
I love it. Love it, man. Like, like it might take 10 years to ever pull all of these guys in like a tournament setting, or you know what I'm saying? And like you get to pull them all at once. And me being, I'm the who the hell is that guy name in the round robin, right? For a lot of people,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I just love the underdog story. I have zero pressure. I could go there and just ruin some people's days. And I think for sure, whenever I leave, a lot more people are going to know who I am.
Everything to win and nothing to lose.
That's
Definitely.
right. That's right.
Hey, that's really funny you say that about nobody knowing your name. Are you also in the Ayers Super 64? Aren't you in that as well? 242, the AERs?
I don't know. I don't think so. If I'm in it, I don't know about it. I mean, I know I'm in the ranking for. I'm in. I always pull up, so I'm in the 220s, the 231s, 242s, the supers. I
Maybe
don't
I'm thinking
know.
about the end of the year bash. Are you in the national championship
Yes.
year too?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
He is
So
in that
one of
one.
my guys from North Dakota was asking me, he's like, "Have you ever heard of Ryan Belanger?" I was like, I don't guess I have. There was a Belanger guy that pulled Devin in the WAL left-handed back in 2016, but that wasn't you.
Yeah, I think you're talking about maybe Bill or not Bill.
Scott.
Scott Ballinger. Scott Ballinger. Yeah, Scott
Yeah,
Ballinger's a bad dude.
I've seen him in person. He's a good bit thicker than I am.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think I have bigger legs than he does.
for sure.
Yeah.
So Chase says, "Is Shark in the 220 round robin?" Yes, Shark is one of the names in the 220 round robin for sure.
Yeah.
Daniel
Yeah.
Price.
Daniel Price. No, I don't believe he's in there. Nope.
I think
Um,
I think the favorite for me is Jerome Loud.
Jerome
Man,
freaking
that guy,
Loud. dude.
that's the
Yeah.
best kept secret in arm wrestling.
Yes.
He's like
Yes.
the animal, the biggest animal nobody knows. That dude shows up and wrecks shop. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's nasty. Nasty.
One guy I'm glad we got in there is RVJ, man. I'm glad he's
Yeah.
starting to come back to the scene. RVJ is a freak.
Hey,
Yeah,
his
man.
YouTube stuff is hilarious. I love his YouTube. It is such good comedy. Oh,
Yeah.
I hope he keeps putting out the videos. I love watching them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, you said, you're probably the underdog, right? Well, that's okay because looking at the previous two round robins we ran, looking at the 98, one of the biggest underdogs that no one really knew was Casey Coley.
Yeah.
Well, Casey Coley finished money
Yeah, he
Yeah.
shot
with
everybody.
wins over some really good people.
Yeah.
So just because you're maybe not known on the same level as those type guys doesn't mean anything. You can come
Right.
in there and shake things up. I promise you that.
No, I know in my mind that's what's going to happen. I'm just excited, man. It's yeah. I've been training obviously nonstop, but yeah, I mean it's all going to come together for that day, man, and I can't wait.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
is Paul in the 220 round robin?
Nah,
No, Paul's not. I think he's contractually obligated with, East West. Some of those guys, just aren't obtainable.
He was a world
Unfortunately.
champ. He was a world champ.
He's the man. He is the man. I did try. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did try.
Oh,
He was
so
like,
that's another thing. Where are you ranked at, Ryan? On 220 rankings?
oh, 11th.
It's a big chance for some big jumps there too. Like you say,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to travel all over to get a chance to face these guys. There's a whole
That's
bunch of opportunities in that round robin for you to jump.
yes.
Dude, I'll tell you, man. If you put the top 10 arm wrestlers on the planet in a round robin, and they needed a volunteer to go, and it's Levon and Hermes and everybody, guess what? I'll volunteer. You know
That's
what I'm
funny
saying?
you say that because Shane just said Ryan would pull Levon tomorrow. He ain't worried about none of them names.
That's right.
Love it.
That's right.
I love it. Another name that I forgot to mention is Dimitri Kashan.
Yeah.
He
He doesn't pull a lot of competitions, but when he does,
No,
show
He is in the
Nasty,
220 round robin. That's who
nasty top roll. Nasty
Nick,
top roll.
Nicholas Adams says he is picking Dimitri to win that.
He might have the best hand.
Yeah, Dimitri's a bad dude. He's a really
Yeah.
bad dude.
Yeah.
Christian McLean says Jerome Loud might be the best 220 in the country until he pulls Ryan.
Yeah.
I
Thank you,
love the
Christian.
sport, man. Your dad supports you so well. That's great, Ryan.
Right.
And then he says, being the underdog is amazing. You got nothing to lose, no pressure.
That's right.
So you just got done training with Craig Levi, and Craig is in this round robin too. He booked his ticket by winning the 98 round robin, undefeated, by the way, 11-0. I mean,
I've gone
insane.
back and watched that a bunch of times too. That was an amazing performance. It really was.
An
Hey,
amazing.
you know what's really cool? Speaking of that, I got to talk with Craig a lot this weekend. And he was telling me, he's like, man, my shoulder was killing me. We were both going through rehabbing our shoulders from an impingement about the same time. And he's like, my shoulder was killing me. He's like, it was too last minute. I couldn't cancel. He's like, what I'm telling you, the week of that round robin, I had absolutely zero confidence because my shoulder felt bad. He's like, it was not until we got up and hit the elevator the morning of on the way that I told Denise, it's going to be a good day today, baby. And man, I was like, dude, that's so crazy.
Yep. Denise told me that. I've heard that story a couple times.
Yeah.
Denise said, she looked at him and said, what are we going to do? And he goes, we're going to damn win this thing. And then she said, I knew right then it was over with. So.
Hey, when he's on his day, he's a bad dude, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I love Craig.
As long as he can keep his elbow on the table.
Yeah, I want to see him pull David Samusha again. I know they lost to him once, but he's trying to work that in, get that match again. Ingen likes the idea. He's like, I tell you what, I'm going to pull him completely different this time. And Craig can pull a lot of ways.
Definitely, dude. I mean, the way he was just blasting through people in the round robin was insane. I mean, no one really slowed him down. No one did.
He still, even after that surgery of having like his whole arm rebuilt, basically, he's still got the second hit that is crazy. If he doesn't finish it on that first hit, it's like his ability to get back to a spot where he can bang again. He recollects his arm better than anybody. It's like he's ready to surge again.
Yeah. I think Craig, he'll do well in that 220 round robin too. I mean, it's gonna be insane. I will say we do have one spot left that we're gonna fill it. I haven't selected that guy yet. Kind of taking it slow with it being in June. I want to pick a guy that is worthy enough to go against these dogs. I don't want to just send somebody out to the wolves. But there's some guys that we're talking to behind the scene. There's a guy from Mexico that's apparently no one knows, but could shake the whole thing up. So, yeah, we'll book that here soon. But yeah, man, it's going to be a good time. I can't wait to get out there, hang out with everybody. I've never been west of Chicago, so it's going to be crazy to go out to Arizona.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I went to Phoenix this past year. It was crazy.
That's where it's going to be, I believe.
Yeah.
Christian says, Shane, I need you to get to top 5 supers in North America so I can say I'm undefeated against you. And then Shane says you'll be the first to know. So
look, Shane is a bad dude, man. And yeah, I think he just beat Craig Pumphrey, who had beaten Pablo and somebody else, but Shane just beat him, ran through him at the qualifier.
Yeah,
and I mean, Shane is going to be I think he's ranked 14th or 15th right now, but yeah, he should be. He's top 5. You know what I mean?
Dane's dog, man. I think my tournament was I want to say it was the first tournament he ever pulled was my tournament, and he always tells me about that, man. And I love Shane to death too, man. Y'all are family. Y'all are pretty much family, man.
Oh,
I love this sport where I'll just talk to a different person every day. I'm like, dude, you're basically family. Like, this is the biggest family I've ever had,
Right, for sure.
Different states all over the country.
It is. It is. So earlier you mentioned the nationals that we got going on in December, and both you guys are in it, right? So I want to talk a little bit about that. My idea for that. It's a little bit unorthodox. With nationals, we all know nationals right now doesn't mean much, right? It's just another title that you can attach to your name. You don't really show up and truly beat the best, right? You know, you may have 3-4 guys in that class that are top level, and if you win it, cool. So my idea with this December Nationals that we got going on is I want to get the best guys here, right? You know, the round robins are the top 12, right? Well, what about the rest of the guys? What about 20 through 30? So when we announced it, I had no idea how quick this thing would fill up.
Man, dude, that first post got like so many in the first 2 hours. It blew up. There were so many people like, throw me in right and left, 176. I'll take right. Somebody called me, hey, did you see they got that? I was like, how do I get on that? I'll get in it right now.
Yes. So it filled so quickly, man. And it was 1 month to the day every spot in every class is full. 384 spots full.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
And they're the best, you know.
That's $100 buy-in too, and they're still
$100 buy-in,
Yeah.
paying out $28,000. Nationals doesn't do that. We're paying out to fourth, you know, and you get to pull the best, right? Like the legitimate best guys will be here. I mean, for example, 54s, you got Cody Wood, you got yourself, Levi, you got Roman Gromov, you got Cam Williamson, you got dude, too many names to name, right? 76, you got Hunter, you got, I mean, Austin Tevis. I mean, and then it's in every class. 98, you got
imagine, like, it's a 2-day thing, but can you imagine how that weekend is going to be of having the top guys from all the classes at the same tournament? Like, the whole weekend is going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be all the best guys from all the classes.
It's going to be insane, man. I mean, to be able to get the top guys to commit like that, I mean, it's a blessing. It really is. You know, 98, you got Robbie, Craig, Adam. I mean, 220s is Ryan. I mean, supers, Jerry Catterett. I mean, dude, you don't get those guys at regular tournaments. You just don't. Corey West.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to shout out while we're talking about this. I think 220 left hand. I think Landon Anderson is going to win that.
Man, I'm a big fan of that guy.
Landon freaking Anderson, boy.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you know, you better know, because
you will come December, I promise.
Oh yeah. I mean, my left's a little banged up right now, but even if it's healthy, yeah. I mean, stopping his hit, yeah.
Tough.
Not left-handed, I can't.
He's the future, man. He really is.
Yeah.
I made a post earlier this week. I seen a picture of Burt Whitfield, Cleve Dean. I believe it was there was 2 other guys, legends, right? Yeah. And then I just so happened in my phone, I clicked my pictures and it pulled up a picture of Dusty Hyatt, David Terrell, Easton McCormick, and Landon Anderson.
I saw that. Yeah,
they're all under the age of 19, and I'm like, this is a perfect post, bro. We're looking at the future legends right here. In 20 years, you're going to be seeing this picture, and it's just going to be legendary shit. You know, like those, man. The future's so bright for the young guys in the sport.
You know, you get the East over there. They have a lot of the young guys that compete and that are, you know, world level by the time they're 20, 21. But it's good to see our younger generation kind of being, you know, at a high level as well. You know,
oh yeah, it's something different when you're a young guy and you're getting the praise. Like, you know, there was a time that I was getting that praise, maybe not on the level as Landon or anybody like that, but you know, there was a time that people had looked at me like, oh man, he's going to be the next, you know, because I was arm wrestling from 5 on, you know. Yeah. I won my first pro tournament at 14 years old, Indiana State. You know, I got that day, I think I beat Brandon Simpson, right, who is a bad dude, right? I won nationals at 18. So there was a time where I was looking at that, you know, and I've kind of fell off a little bit, looking towards more of the promotion side. But it's so awesome to see guys like Landon and Dusty and David Terrell. And, man, they're going to carry this sport for a long, long time.
Hey, I want to ask you real quick, man. Mm-hmm. So what's up with Tennessee and y'all having them nasty hits, man. Y'all need to teach Rob. Look, y'all, if y'all taught Robbie, and this ain't no offense to Robbie because he's a bad dude, but if you taught Robbie how to hit like that, he'd be unstoppable.
You can only show him so many damn times, and he refuses to listen. He just wants to catch.
He's just so he's just so strong. He's just like that. Whatever, I'll just catch.
Well,
Mhm.
that's funny you say that. Tennessee is loaded with young talent and very, very, very quick speed, right? But to the contrary, we might need to send Robbie over there with y'all, you know, get
Right.
some of that Adam and Chad and Hunter energy in there, because you're right, man. If Robbie could ever develop a hit, oh my God, dude. You know, that might be the only thing separating him and Craig, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, you look at their match in the round robin and Craig, you know, he finished it quick. I wish we could have got to see that with a tie up, you know, just to see.
His strength is there. You know what I mean? But when you get, I mean, you know, when you get to that level where he's at the top, and if you're just trying to catch everybody, it's very difficult, no matter how strong you are.
Especially
know?
once you get to a certain level, it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
if you
but at
get
least
past
match it.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, good luck, right?
I mean, even just committing to hit with his shoulder, like not even this way, but just diving in at least. You know what I mean? We'll be having a lot better position to.
I
know.
think
I mean, he's
Robbie's
not. Look, he beat me. He destroyed me, but I'm just outside
yeah,
looking.
no, for
You know,
sure. I mean, everyone has critiques, you know, and Robbie will tell you straight up that is his weakness, right?
right.
He can't hit for some reason. I will say Robbie's too damn nice. He needs to get up there and bring some anger, you know. Somebody needs to piss him off before the match, because I've seen him hit, and you don't want to be behind that. The few times I have seen him hit, it's deadly, right? You know.
Right.
But yeah, man, we got some dogs around here in Tennessee, man. I mean, the
Yeah.
future's bright. I'll put, you know, talking back about the Nationals, you know, I dropped the little state, you know, promo for each state, right? And
Yeah.
I'm looking at Tennessee, right? And I'm like, man, we got Robbie, we got Landon, we got Dalton Bumgarner, we got we got some dogs, man.
Hey, do you think Dalton Bumgarner can make 154?
Oh yeah. He can make it for sure.
We shall see. I hope he does. I'd love to pull him.
He's got a master cut, man. I don't know. He just knows how to cut that weight. He's lethal at both classes though. Like,
I know. I watched him kill it at Alabama at 176. Like flashed everybody.
yeah, I pulled him that day because I pulled the 54s and the 76s. And
Yeah.
That's
Man,
so
he
lazy.
that was a couple years in Alabama where he killed it, I think.
Yep. Speaking of Alabama, do what?
I was just gonna say everybody in Tennessee has that hit, man.
Yeah.
Almost everybody.
Dude, speaking of Dalton though, did y'all see him in Bill Logsdon, that match that 217 put out?
Yeah.
You didn't see that, Levi?
No, it was no, I saw him with somebody else. Oh, it was Dalton Bumgarner with Bill Logsdon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, I think you said Austin with Bill. I was gonna say, yeah. Dude, he lost his hand and was completely palm up and just waited, and finally Todd Hutchings style just threw him sideways.
That's how he can do it, man. And Dalton's a bad dude, man. He is a bad dude. So yeah, man. Speaking of Alabama, are y'all going to Alabama?
I'm not doing anything until that Falco match. I'm focused on that.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
We're going to Alabama. I need to go down there, man. See if I can shake something up. I don't know.
Honestly, I just went last year because I wanted to pull Cody Wood.
Yeah.
He was ranked 7 at the time when I was chasing that, trying to crack into the rankings. And just by chasing him, I beat Sam Teeters. So collateral damage.
Yep. Me and you didn't meet that day.
I don't know if I can ever catch Hunter, but I'll chase him and maybe I can pass some other guys in the process as collateral damage.
Well, you know, we're after the 220s, we'll be working on 242s and supers, and then we'll be circling back to the 54s. So
I'm definitely, please let me be one of the first to get into that next time.
You'll be in that thing. if I would have known, man, you would have had my spot, bro. I kind of just got in that thing just because I was just thrusted into it because we had a guy pull out. But yeah, man, you deserve to be in there, and you'll definitely be in there for sure.
Love to.
For sure. Shane says Lorray is God's favorite child or something. Who else could set all this shit up and
Right.
get these guys to agree to come in? Insane, really. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Try keeping up with 384 people on the daily basis.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I'll
I
see
love
how he
it, though,
does it.
man. I love it. There's nothing more I love than that, man. Every day I get off work, I get straight on there. You know, I'm making a new graphic every day or whatever. I love it, man. I love it. Dan
I
Plexman.
appreciate you.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I
For sure.
appreciate you guys. We couldn't do it without you guys, man.
Nope.
Dan Plexman says March 2020 in Fort Worth, Texas was my second tournament. Didn't know anyone, didn't know Levi, never met him before, but 1 minute after meeting him, he took me under his wing and was my corner and coach. So shout out to Levi.
Yeah, sure enough.
Sweet.
That's good.
That's cool, man.
Heck yeah.
Shane says he's a massive Landon fan as well. He's going to be running the sport for decades. Let's see. Chase says the arm wrestling community is really popping off. This has got to be the best time in history for the sport. Can't imagine where it'll be in 5 years. I agree, man. I'm really trying to, make arm wrestling great in America, East-West is really the Super Bowl, right? That's the NFL level. But we got the dogs here, right? It ain't always got to be over there, right? We got the ability to do something over here too, man. So I like getting everybody together to see it,
Lorray Trump Jenkins. Make arm wrestling great again.
That's crazy. Make arm wrestling great again. Hell yeah.
Well, look, man, I appreciate you guys having me on, but I got to get off of here now. Thanks, of course, Lorray and Chris for having me on here. And Ryan, it was great to get to catch up with you, man. I'm going to send you a message later on or tomorrow. We'll get together.
Yeah, man. Nice meeting you.
You guys have a great evening.
It's always great having you on.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
man.
coming
Well,
on.
good luck on your training, man. Good luck against Palco. We'll be watching. And what day is that again? March 23rd?
It's actually March 22nd, the day before Winter Blast. They're having the super matches at the early weigh-in event. I'd love to, between now and then, maybe in March, we could get me and him both come on here and we could hype it up a little bit before then.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
Anytime, brother.
that would be
You're
great.
welcome on here anytime, bro.
Heck yeah. You fellas have a good night, guys.
All right. See you, Levi.
You as well.
All right, man.
Well, heck yeah, man. Well, Ryan, it's approaching an hour, buddy. You got the East-West finals. You're training hard for that. You got the best team in the country for that.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
And after that, it's all eyes on the 220 round robin, I assume.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Are you going to be up there in March?
For the round robin. I think, yeah. I think we're Connor's in it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I don't know if I'll pull, but
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to support, but if it just interferes with the training block a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So,
I get it completely. Shane
Yeah.
says, ask Ryan how far he drives one way Sunday to train.
4 hours.
4 hours one way every Sunday.
Yeah.
That is commitment.
Yeah.
Commitment.
So I drive from Surfside Beach, South Carolina to Spartanburg, South Carolina. And it's right at 4 hours. And obviously you got to make the 4 hour ride back. So it's a 8 hour driving day plus, practice. So it's usually about 11 hours.
Well, that's all you need to say, man. I mean, anybody who's doubting you should just hear that and then automatically change their tune, right? Because
look, I want it 100%. I want to be the best. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it happen. So I don't know what else I can do other than what I'm doing right now, and then just continue to do it. So,
well, I think I met you the first time I ever met you was in Alabama. I knew you were a bad dude that day. I'm glad we've connected and made a good friendship, man. I think a lot of you guys are basically family, always good to have you at our events. Always you come on here anytime you want. We'll come up here and chop it up. Anytime you want to come on here and say anything, you always got the stage, brother.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the invite. It's good to be on here.
Definitely, man. Well, good luck on your training. We'll be watching. And when is the East West again? Finals?
April 27th,
Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach. Yeah.
Okay, man. Well, good luck on that. Again, we'll all
Mhm.
be cheering you on. Shane says I'll be partying in Tennessee the week of the 76 round robin. I'm gonna take a party break to swing over and watch Hunter beat them chumps real quick, and then head back to the party. So
Tell him just to bring the party. Just bring the party with you and just
yeah,
party
bring
there.
the party on, man.
Yeah,
We're
right.
gonna be partying all night, apparently,
Hell
because
yeah.
Hunter said when he becomes the double champion that people better be prepared not to sleep that night. So, but all right, man.
I don't know if I can handle another night like we did in the '98s. I'm telling you,
Man, that was an insane night. That was an insane night. But good luck, Ryan. We'll be watching again, and we'll get you on here again before the 220 round robin for sure.
Okay. I appreciate it. Good talking to y'all, and
as well.
good luck with everything. You guys are killing it, man. So just
Thank you.
awesome.
All right, brother.
Later.
All right, see you, man. All right, guys. Well, we've been on here an hour. It was Ryan Belanger and Levi Knight, two top dogs in the country, both ranked, I want to say, top 12 at least in their respectable classes. You heard what all they got going on. And again, both those guys are in the national championship in December, the Great American Bash. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a great year. We're very excited for all the stuff we've got going on. Really just trying to bring the sport to a better level than what it's been. That's pretty much it. So,
yep, that's all we're trying to do is make the sport grow and make it better, you know, for the pullers. Because if it wasn't for you guys, there wouldn't be any tournaments. So, you know, we want to give it back to you guys as much as possible.
definitely. And yeah, the Great American Bash, I mean, our whole plan with that is, I mean, just make nationals great again, make it mean something, make it prestigious, make it when you win that national championship, you go home feeling like a damn champion, right? And not just carrying a medal home, right? You beat the best. You are the true national champion, right? So, yeah, man. Very exciting times in arm wrestling, man. Get over and follow Beast Mode Armwrestling on Facebook. That is where all the action is happening. And you won't want to miss the things we got coming, man. It's going to be an exciting year. March is the 76 round robin. Then we got Kentucky, Tennessee State Line Collision, April 20th. We're partnering with Steve Pettis. That's going to be a big tournament in Kentucky. Then
Right
we
there at
got
Corbin.
Corbin, Kentucky. Then we got the big women women invitational round robin. The biggest names in women's sports: Merlene, Sarah Bachman, Sarah Latona, you know, Sarah Wilson. I mean, the names go on and on and on and on and on. That is in May, and then June we'll be out in Arizona. We're going nationwide, man. 220 round robin, Arizona States with Tim Talmadge. And then, of course, Tennessee States will be in August. We don't have a round robin plan for that day, but we're going to make that day special. We're going to do some decent payouts, big super match card, something special for that. Tennessee State, we always do good on that one. And then we'll have Battle on the Bridge 3 in October. And then that'll just lead us right into the Great American Bash National Championship in December. Every class is pretty much full. If you aren't on the list and you want to be on the list, get with me. We do have a waiting list. So, yeah, if you want on that, give me a shout. We'll get you on there ASAP. Shane Owen says, give me Tim Bresnan at Tennessee State. We'll see what we can do, Shane. We will see what we can do. That'll be a great match. That would be insane.
Awesome.
We'll definitely see what we can do there, man. I'll be I'll be with Tim tomorrow, so I'll give him a talk about that and see. And Shane says y'all keep killing it, putting together the best shows in North America right now. So thank you, Shane. You're always a good supporter, brother, and your family too. So, all right, guys, I think we're gonna call it a night. Good episode. Appreciate everyone tuning in.
Yes, thank you for joining.
We'll be back in next weekend. We don't have any guests lined up, so if you want to come on, give us a shout, man. We'd love to have you guys on, talk anything, arm wrestling. Got something to promote, come on here. We'll help you promote it, man. So
that's it.
So from me and Chris, we're outie, and we'll see y'all next weekend. Beast Mode Arm Wrestling, baby.